conductors and judges here and my co-colleagues. My name is Eleibe Newme. I'm representing the Gloryhrangkhol Presbytery. And I'm here in this long period of 10 minutes. I'm here to give a speech on the topic of tribalism and Christianity. To begin with the word tribalism and Christianity, I want each one of us to focus on the word tribalism in the first place. Tribalism, as every one of us knew that the word tribalism, we all belong to certain tribes and groups of people. But here in this, I would like to bring a short definition on the word of tribalism. Tribalism is a feeling of one's identity or a groups of people or one culture or a way of life, or there may be definitions of so on. But the word tribals and tribalism, we can take it in a way of one cultures and one way of life. And Christianity is an individuals who seek to follow and live the practice and the principle taught by Jesus Christ. And to begin with the topic tribalism and Christianity, we can point it together as tribalism and Christianity as two sides of the same coin. You can neither do away one and use one. Tribalism is an effect of the mind that has not been renewed. But when one's heart and mind is renewed and accept Jesus Christ, accept the teaching and the principle of Jesus Christ, the tribalism thinkings and thought dies and perishes in that very moment. Let us first of all focus on the word tribalism. The word tribal does not have any side effect or the bad points of it or the disadvantage of it. But the word lism creates chaos in our heart, in our mindset, that creates difficulties. The word lism says that there is certainly extreme in it. In the first place, let us look to the word lism. When we pronounce the word tribal, there is no problem with it. I belong to certain points, certain tribes, and certain groups of people. And here we are coming together here with different tribes and different culture. There is no problem in it. But the word lism creates chaos in us. And the point that I want to bring, the chaos that tribalism creates in us and among the Christians is that there are many taboos that we follow and bad omens that we believe, especially referring to my tribe, the Zeme communities. Our forefathers will always tell us not to eat meat-eating animals like the eagles, like the jungle cat, the meat-eating animals that are taboo for us, that are bad omen for us. And I believe that there are also some kinds of taboos in each and every tribe. That is reason. And looking toward also to the Muslim, our fellow Muslim avoid eating pork and they believe that it is unclean for them. Our fellow Hindu, they believe that eating cow meat will defile their body. But that is all a lism. We can conclude the word tribalism. Lism is something that is very different far away from Christianity. Yet, in tribalism, the tribes then become not just an affinity grouping, but also a source of life, or a message, or a meaning for us. Now, the word tribalism becomes an idol that creates an enemy, different between tribalism and Christianity. Now, after knowing the word, the meaning, and the consequence of lism in tribal, let us look forward to Christianity. Accepting Jesus Christ and the teaching and the principle of Jesus Christ, we take in ourselves, there are some kinds of belief in us that we say that we belong to Christ and we follow certain ways of life, that is Christianity. Yet we cannot do away with tribalism in us, as I have pointed out in the earlier, saying that tribalism and Christianity are two sides of the same coin. As we have seen the coin, we can see the two sides of the coin. One side is printed with the frame, with the Asoka frame, and the other is printed with numbers, the value of that coin. Now we Christian, after receiving Christian, after being converted and being renewed by ourselves, by the blood, by the teaching of Christianity, we still cannot do away with tribal. Taking that coin again, we go for a shopping to a shop. We cannot just bought the goods or commodities by giving the shop owner only one side of the coin. We have to give them both sides of the coin. But that too must go hand in hand. Now, for us in this generation, I should say, the Christianity in this generation is not following fully the Christian ways of life, or not following truly our way, our cultures that our forefather has given to us. And tribalism creates problems that they give false justice. They try to justify this humanly body. We say that this is not good and this is not bad. But in Christianity, there is no certain things. Only accepting Jesus Christ, accepting our Jesus Christ's teachings and His scripture as a personal Lord and Savior will save us. But sometimes we find that in tribalism, we try to fulfill our promise. We try to find satisfaction. That's the problem in us. And I want to bring together, quoting a word from different Dr. James Olusalam, saying that if we don't kill tribalism, tribalism will kill our church. And in this point, I would like to add one more few opinions in it. Looking in the church today, if we don't look as a God church, but if you look it as a tribe, or if you look it as a group of people, then we are still leading in the wrong way. So, in this very short speech, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that tribalism and Christianity can be coined as two sides of the same coin. Yet, we must balance in ourselves. We cannot do away one and use one. Thank you all.